Holy moly, they emphasized a pretty specific part of Yuri there. I decide to not look at what he's doing in the back of the room. Ew. What's up everybody, Caesar Madrazo here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Summertime. In the last episode, we were in the middle of our Saturday date with Sayori, and we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Why don't you tell me about yours first? Alright, so we were about to hear what MC's plans were after high school, so let's see what he has to say. It's nothing grand since I only started to care about this a few months ago. My dad works as an electrician, so I was thinking. Time seemed like it flew by as I was telling Sayori about my plans for the future, and how I came to the realization of how I'm slowly becoming an adult with responsibilities. The sun is approaching the horizon gradually at the pace of a creeping crawl. Wow, the sun's already going down? Her eyes tell me she's genuinely interested in when I talk about my future, but looks away when I tell more stories about me and my dad. Yeah, so in the last episode, it seemed like Sayori's parents have just not been there for her, so she doesn't like hearing about parents. Okay, here we go. You've been really silent for some time now, Sayori. I just like listening to you. Okay, but it's your turn now. Huh? Tell me what you have in mind for your future. It's not very specific. I'm listening. Well, I talked about it with Monica, and she said I should consider becoming a teacher. Huh. Sayori is a teacher? Yeah, I could see that. I actually thought about it a couple of times back when Miss Kasumi used to teach us. Plus, I really like kids. Getting a long summer break sounds awesome, too. Already planning on lazing about on the job? Huh? No! Well, maybe a little. I guess it's a better alternative to working all the time. That reminds me, how come your parents are working so much? I don't know. Look, Caesar, the sun is setting. So, Sayori really does not want to talk about her parents. Yep, I see it. It's not like I wouldn't be able to see it while listening to her answer. We can get a great view from here. Right. So, about your parents. Can we watch the sunset, please? Yep. She does not want to talk about her parents. I mean, you don't have to look away. Please. Just the sunset. Okay. I give in for now, seeing as the subject is uncomfortable for her. However, what this brings to mind only makes me more concerned, not less. As the sun is setting, I try to recall when I last watched it like this. Not being a sentimental guy, I hadn't cared to take the time to just watch the sky become enveloped by the night. Looking at it now, I appreciate how beautiful that increasingly orange-tinted ball of fire is. It's still pretty boring, though. Wow. This is nice. Oh, and look, the color changed. Actually, no, we saw this before when we were doing our date with Yuri during the Monica route, and yeah, this happened when it got to night. So that's a cool effect. I actually really like that. So, Sayori. Look, I can see the stars. Do you think we'll see a shooting star? I don't know. It's still a bit early to see a lot of stuff up there. I wish I could see a shooting star so I could make a wish. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Haha, nice reference. You're not supposed to say your wish out loud. I should keep my wishes to myself? If you wish upon a shooting star, yeah. What if I don't? In that case, wish away, Sayori. I wish the rain clouds would go away forever. There's a moment of silence between us as I try to get in my head around something that's definitely more than what it seems like on the surface. Alright, so Sayori's depression seems to be revolved around her parents, and it seems like her parents are just kind of neglecting her a little bit. And that's causing her to not want to move on. Like, she's not ready for adulthood because her parents are not giving her much of a childhood, at least not in her later years, her teenage years. Because as we saw in the last episode, the last time she can remember going on a trip with her parents is when she was 12 years old. And now she's 18. So, yeah, it's been a long time. Huh. Wow, they made Sayori's eyes kind of bright in the night. Feeling under the weather? I have crippling depression. She says that in a funny voice, but that's probably the worst timing for that reference. I'm thinking that was supposed to be a somewhat admission and not a joke. Heh, I get that reference. No, seriously, what's wrong? I'm not joking this time, Caesar. Ah, knew it. Never mind. Did something happen that made you sad? You can tell me anything, really. I've only seen hints of something being wrong, but I brushed it off because I didn't want to be intrusive. Her cheerful mood seems to have vanished now, like a file being deleted on a computer. Ooh, that is a kind of a morbid reference, but it's a good one. That's a stupid way of putting it. No, it's not. I don't think you could have put it a better way. It's not that bad, really. It'll go away. No need to get yourself hung up about it. Oh, man. Alright, so I'm not going to consider it unnecessarily cruel if Sayori is the one making that reference. Okay, let's go. I'm no mind reader, but the smile she gives me is clearly a forced one. It's too late for that. I'm only becoming more worried. Your parents aren't anywhere to be seen. They never take you to places. Now you say you're depressed. I'm sorry for making you worried. Look, I don't know what's been happening with you in the past year and a half, or past half a year or so, and now I feel like I know even less than on Sunday. So please, tell me what's going on here. Do you really want to get involved? I do. Oh, here we go. What's the big secret, Sayori? Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Remember how we spent so much time together when we were kids? Did you ever wonder why I went over to your house so often? Did your mom and dad tell you? I never asked. I was just happy to have you over. My parents asked your parents a lot to let me stay over while they went about with their work. Sure, they sometimes took me with them, but it was awfully boring for me, so they just gave up on trying. I had other friends as well in elementary school, but only your parents seemed to accept me every time you were home. Then as I got bigger, they didn't see any reason to not just leave me at home alone. You still came over sometimes, which made me really happy. It still does. I didn't want to tell you this because I was afraid of becoming a burden to you as well, just like I am to my parents. No, Sayori, you were never a burden to me. I don't know what the future will bring, but I'm here for you, and I'll help in any way I can. I don't know what I can do, but I promise, I won't give up on you. I'm just glad you're here again. After all this time. Aw, Sayori's starting to cry. You came back. Her eyes well up and her tears begin to softly sparkle in the dim moonlight. I take her into my embrace, hoping this is the correct first step in helping her. She's sobbing next to my ear and her tears are flowing onto my shoulder like tiny droplets of rain. For a minute, I'm speechless, not wanting to interrupt her and letting it all out. Who knows how long she's been holding it in. She lets me go and shows a meager smile while brushing the hair out of her face. I give your shoulder a 10 out of 10. Would cry on it again. Nice. That sounds like a biased review. I guess I'm biased towards you. What's this weird fuzzy feeling I'm having? I knew we should have left before I got hungry again. It's getting late. We should really go home. Getting hungry, Caesar? How'd you guess? 'Cause I'm starving. I think she's just trying to make light of the situation, seeing that we never really talked about anything like this. Is this why she's acting so immaturely, to brush off those bitter feelings? Maybe, but I feel I should let her tell me everything at her own pace. I light the path with my smartphone and consequently feel grateful for this tiny gadget. For once, it's showing me the way instead of stealing my attention. On the way home, Sayori went into more detail about her depression. Contrary to how I imagined it, it's not constant sadness. It's more like a little voice in the back of her mind telling her awful things from time to time. These thoughts often made it hard for her to just get out of bed. She let me in on another secret as well. Her depression prevents her from eating regularly. Being around her friends helps her relax enough to get her appetite back, but it comes back much stronger. This on and off eating is really unhealthy, but her depression always convinced her not to care about it, or anything concerning her general well-being for that matter. After this revelation, I feel even worse about teasing her from thinking of her tummy so often. We luckily found a bus on our way home that took us closer to our street. As the vehicle took its turns, Sayori became ever more cheerful again. It was only a few minutes' walk from the bus stop to our street. Then she said, "You brought a boy? Way to ruin the atmosphere." Ha! Yo, Sayori. Do you know this one? You so freaking precious when you smile. Yes! Heh. I know that song. I mean it. The night is dark and the light is sparse, but not even that can hide Sayori's bright red blushing face. Not even nervous laughter comes out of her after hearing that. We arrive at her house and I'm slightly torn after all that's happened today. It feels almost wrong to say goodbye to her now, but I don't know what more to tell her. Maybe this. Thanks so much for today, Caesar. This meant more to me than you probably think. Before you go, Sayori, what was it again that you wished for? The rain clouds to go away. Forever. I'm not the one who has all the answers, nor do I have the solution for your problem. But until you get better, does this help? I open my arms as an invitation for her to give me a hug. And she takes me up on it. Huh, that was nice. And now we're at Sunday, the finisher, guys. Uh-oh. So, I'm anticipating that something bad is going to happen with Natsuki, similar to what we saw with Yuri. So maybe today's not going to be that pleasant. Anyway, a week has passed since oh, we can skip this. Cool. Just like when I met up with Natsuki on Thursday. I wouldn't call it a date, but it was great to see her in a more relaxed state compared to when the other girls are around. Didn't she say something about making cupcakes on the weekend? Man, I can't wait to find out. Yet it's Sayori who I can't get out of my mind since yesterday. With all the things she said, I feel a bond forming between us again, but it's unlike when I recall what I recall from when we were kids. This is a more mature trust that lets us speak about not only what's on our minds, but also share what's in the deeper reaches of our souls. Whoa, that actually sounds pretty cool. I should note it down. Maybe I could write it into a poem one day. After all, she did say she appreciates my effort. With all the items I think I need and an optimistic outlook on my mind, I don't have an optimistic look. I think, as I said, something's going to happen with Natsuki, and I think we should brace ourselves, folks. Alright, so I believe I'm prepared for anything that this day can possibly throw at me, and we can skip. Thinking about it, I'm excited to see what kind of cute swimming outfit Natsuki has. Well, that's not what I'm thinking about as far as Natsuki goes. It's a good thing people can't read my mind. I'm sure they'd think I'm a weirdo for entertaining such thoughts. Well, apparently not Monica, because in her route she flat out said, "Oh, there's no shame in having those thoughts, just, save them for the appropriate time and place." Still, it's not her who I'm looking forward to seeing the most. It's Sayori. Sayori looked pretty cute in her bikini, so a repeat of that would make my day all the better. I'm hoping we can put the events of yesterday to the side for at least a short time and just enjoy each other's company. Just like we used to. Or maybe even more. One of the songs I was listening to on the way really got stuck in my head. It's part of a mix without a track. Oh, we can skip. Before arriving at the entrance, I get a text message. It's from Natsuki. It reads, "I won't be at the pool today. Don't look for me. Have fun. Goodbye." Oh, no. Oh, no. That's strange. Her not coming today is bad enough, but why did she write goodbye at the end? Not only that, but she wrote it specifically to you. I think this is, her subtle way of saying, hey, screw you for ditching me for Sayori. Without thinking any more about it, I shoot her a reply, asking about the details. I hope it isn't something terrible. Alright, and skip. Stepping inside, I hear an older-sounding man groaning to himself. The sounds he makes gives me an uneasy feeling. I decide to not look at what he's doing in the back of the room. Ew. The implications are not good here. That's gross. Okay, here we go. Going back to the pool, I can't find any of the other 4 girls. Having learnt my lesson, I stay a safe distance from the edge of the pool. Nobody in sight. I'll just get some sun while one or all of them turn up. I lie down, close my eyes, and relax. That's what you're supposed to do on the last day of the week, right? A few minutes pass. I hear footsteps around me. I open my eyes, but I can't see. Someone's got their hands over them, but I decide to play along. Huh? I can't see. Did I go blind? Did I die? Both? I'm dead and blind! Rays of sunshine seep in as her cupped hands loosen over my eyes. Hey, Sayori! Hey, You're so silly, Caesar. Want to join us in the pool? I brought a beach ball that we can all play with. I'm in. You're not in yet. Come on, let's go. I follow Sayori into the pool and notice Monica and Yuri passing a red, white, and blue beach ball between each other. They look like they're having fun and both are fully engaged. Monica's athletic figure glides in the water like a dolphin. Yuri, on the other hand, takes it slower with more measured motions as she aims the ball towards Sayori. When they see me, they wave their hands at me. Hey, we can skip. Hey, Sayori, why don't you two form a team? We could play 2 versus 2. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Would you like to be in a team together, Caesar? What kind of question is that, Sayori? We came in the pool as a team, so we're leaving as a team too. That's a yes. Yay! Holy moly, they emphasized a pretty specific part of Yuri there. Goodness, that's, I don't know. That's almost crossing a line, I think. The 4 of us position ourselves so Sayori and I are close together, while the other 2 girls are about 20 feet, so about 5 meters, or 30 bananas away from us. Alright, let's skip. The 4 of us pass the beach ball between us. Even if we don't manage to pass it back, there's not a snide remark. Almost feels too good to be true that I'm playing beside my childhood friend again, especially against 2 such beautiful girls. That's the wrong 2, by the way. TWO is what it should be. My dear friend is throwing with enthusiasm visible on both her face and her motions. Yuri calmly focuses on each shot she makes, and I imagine Monica isn't keeping score this time. Time whizzes by as Sayori lets me know she's kinda tired. I signal to the others as they come closer. As we are leaving the pool, Monica stops me for a moment. Would you mind if we had a chat? Just the 2 of us? I shrug internally. All good things have to come to an end. Ah, sure. We stand in a place where we won't be in the way of foot traffic. Or maybe out of earshot from everyone else? Hold on, what was that? I don't know Monica's process. I don't know Monica's thought process. How are you feeling so far, Caesar? Huh? You mean today? I'm alright. Having fun as usual. As usual? Yeah, but you and the others help a lot with that. Is that so? I'm really glad to hear that, you know? That's actually why I wanted to talk to you. See, the others seem to enjoy your company as well. Therefore, I was thinking of asking you something. Is she trying to get me to do something? I'm used to girls asking me to do stuff for free, but I never actually got anything out of it. I know Sayori brought it up last year, but she might not have made the best case for it. Not just that, people can change over time. As you know, I'm the president of our school's very own literature club. The name is descriptive per se, but I think people still have some misconceptions about what it's really like to be in our club. Even though I have way more influence on how things go when we're in the club, what you experienced this week is an accurate representation of all the fun we have. So I'd like to ask you to consider joining us next year. I'm sure we can find something for you to enjoy in the vast selection of literary works. Besides, a smart person like yourself could benefit a great deal from exploring new territories you might have missed this time. Alright, Monica, wink wink, nudge nudge. This time? Oh, she probably means how I missed out on going to the club with Sayori. Nah, that's not what she means. How does that all sound? That's quite the offer you're presenting me, Monica. Haha, I try to do my best. So, about the club. Yeah, I'm not sure yet, Monica. I mean, I didn't really contribute to your conversations about literature. You've got time until school starts again. Yeah, life is full of surprises. That reminds me, do you know why Natsuki couldn't make it today? She sent me a text earlier today, but she didn't say why. Monica doesn't respond, but I can see that she's concerned about her too. I'm kinda worried about her. Do you happen to know more? Well, yeah. Is something wrong? I don't think you're gonna like the things she said. I insist, Monica. I have to know what's up with her. Okay, but remember, you asked for this. Last night I was checking up on all the girls to make sure they are coming today. However, Natsuki seemed uncertain and rather aggravated. She didn't want to tell me what's wrong, though. I know there are occasional differences between her and her father. Oh, that's where this is going. Since I didn't want to speculate, I prodded her to tell me what happened. She just sent me this picture a minute later. Monica hands me her smartphone. There's a photo of the inside of a refrigerator on the screen. It's nearly empty. All I can make out is some milk, a shriveled up spring onion, half a glass of sauce, a beer can laid on its side, and possibly some wasabi roots in the back. The image is captioned, "I'm starvin' and I come home to this." If you scroll down, you can see the rest of her messages. I continue to read on. Monica responded to the image with, "I think there are some shops still open, so you could go buy something." With what? This idiot doesn't even leave me any money to buy stuff. That's terrible, frowny face. Look, when we meet tomorrow, we'll get something to eat, okay? Fine. I just wish I didn't have to rely on the help of others all the damn time. Frowny face. The next message was sent late at night. He's still not home. I'll freaking tell him off when I finally see his stupid face. Monica didn't reply to that. I assume she was sleeping by that time. The next message is early in the morning. You're not gonna believe what this freaking lunatic just did. Uh-oh. He got home drunk and woke me up with all the noise he was making around the house. I was shouting at him, but he didn't care and said he's looking for more booze. He said I was hiding it in my room. Then he started going through my stuff. I told you, I can't keep it at home. She sent a picture of a volume of manga torn to pieces. Isn't that the first volume of Parfait Girls? Natsuki's dad tore up her manga. I don't know what to do now. He's back. He's shouting crazy things at me. Please wake up, Monica. He's blaming me for what happened to Mom. I hate him so much. Now he says to me, "Stay there, you little sh..." He's in the kitchen and looking for something. I don't have much battery. The next message is 13 minutes later and contains an image. It's a selfie Natsuki took of herself. She's crying and her lips are bleeding. Oh no. So Natsuki's dad's beating her. The image is captioned, "I'm scared. I don't know what he does next. Please wake up." Natsuki didn't send any more messages after this, only a picture. It's very blurry and looks upside down, but I think I can make out the face of a gray-haired man. Natsuki, what happened? Please, please, please send me a message or call me as soon as you can. The conversation ends there. While handing back Monica her phone, none of us speak, only exchange looks of concern. Monica, why the hell did you not call the police after that? You have photographic evidence that Natsuki was being abused by her father. You can get the police involved here. I mean, screw the pool party. Like, well, hold on. Maybe she did call the police. We don't know yet. I feel a pit in my stomach as my mind conjures images of what could have happened to Natsuki. For God's sake, she was bleeding. It wasn't a lot, but that could have been just the start of what she experienced this morning. After asking for it, Monica gives me Natsuki's phone number. Don't you already have her number? She sent you a text message earlier. My attempt at calling her was fruitless. Her phone seems to be turned off. It could be just that her battery... But then why didn't she put it on a charger? Maybe she went to sleep after this? I don't remember exactly where she lives. Asking about it from Monica, she says she never visited her at her house. I'm afraid I would just make things worse if I tried poking around and showing up at her house. That's why you call the damn police. Taking a minute to calm down, I make a mental note to myself. If nobody hears from her by tomorrow morning, I'll try to look for her. No, you idiot! Call the authorities! Like, it already surprises me that Monica didn't call the police. I feel like that would be the thing that would come to Monica's mind first. I mean, Monica's one of the more level-headed characters. Like, she would do the thing that you're supposed to do in this situation. Are you okay, Caesar? Monica, forget about me. What about Natsuki? I'll be fine. I just hope she is too. Don't worry, you'll see her next week and everything will go back to normal. Okay. Alright, so... This is why Monica didn't call the police, because, well, yeah, she knows, she still kind of knows that everything here is not real. But I mean, still, like, even if this is, not real, she said it feels real, so... I don't know. I'm conflicted about this. I feel like Monica, when she was the one receiving the messages, she should have intervened somehow. Like, she could have either bought something that night for Natsuki to eat, and, asked Natsuki for her address, and just, like, gone over and given her some food. And when Monica saw that Natsuki was, getting abused by her father, then she could have called the authorities, and they could have intervened. So this might be the first thing in this mod so far that I disagree with the direction that they took it. I think that this should have been handled a different way. Anyway, back to it. You think so? Trust me on this one. Her words have an almost soothing feeling to them. For some reason, I don't think I could believe them coming from anybody else. Just Monica. Ho ho! Let's go find the others, okay? I've got something planned for the 5 of us. The 5? Natsuki's not here. Didn't she mean 4 of us? Whatever, I'm not gonna get hung up on a single misspoken word. Okay, everyone, I've got something special for today. It's been more than 7 months. Oh, we can skip this. Sure thing, Monica. I take several pictures of the 3 girls, some of them more serious, others are goofy. Sayori's been kidding around so much that she either made somebody else or herself look silly on every photo. Alright, and skip. We've been browsing the selection for a while when I noticed that Sayori is nowhere to be seen. Maybe she just went to the toilet? We get a few drinks and snacks and sit down on some deck chairs in the shadows. Skipping. Since I didn't have my phone or a watch on me, I can only guess what time was when we went to the bar. In my estimation, it could have been a half hour now since I last saw Sayori, and it's starting to concern me. I decided to ask the other girls if they know something about her. Monica says she doesn't know anything about her whereabouts. Yuri is sitting a bit further from us and is reading a book with a dark cover. I walk over to her, hoping she won't mind if I interrupt her reading session. She hasn't seen Sayori either. As each second passes, I become more worried. Uh-oh. Sayori is still nowhere to be seen. Remembering the things she told me about herself yesterday causes me to get even more concerned. Are we going to have, you know, a dark ending on top of another dark ending? I mean, Natsuki already is going through her troubles. Now is Sayori going to be going through the same thing? I'm honestly worried at this point. I decided to look for her in the bar. Maybe she just stayed there to browse for a little longer and I didn't recognize her among all the people. I thoroughly look over the room, but there's nobody who even resembles her. By now it's probably been an hour since I saw her. I tried calling her on my phone, but I left it in the locker room. I go there next in hopes of finding her, or at the very least getting my phone and calling her. As I got to retrieve my phone, I hear some movement in the women's locker. Could it be Sayori? I knock on the door. Sayori, are you in there? No response. The room has fallen silent. Again, I try knocking, this time more forcefully. Sorry, is anybody in there? I'm looking for a friend. Dead silence. I swear I heard some movement just a moment ago. I stand there in front of the door, contemplating what to do for a minute. Finally, I knock on the door one last time, pausing for a moment before entering. I gently open the door. There she is. Sayori's sitting next to her locker, looking down at the floor. She has the same look on her face as when I saw her on Monday. Sayori! Before seeing her, I couldn't imagine what happened to her. However, this might not be the end of my worries just yet. She looks at me with a faint smile. I can only assume she was in a bad place before I came in. Were you about to leave? I don't know. Come on, surely you know why you changed your clothes. Don't call me Shirley. The corner of her mouth curves up slightly, forming a meager smile, but her eye is still locked on the ground. I just didn't want to get in the way of you enjoying some time with the other girls. Why do you think you're in the way? You like one of them, don't you, Caesar? I just want to see you happy, so I took a step back to let you... What are you talking about? It only makes me less happy if you take yourself out of the picture. Do you really mean that, Caesar? Of course. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here today. Yeah. I'm glad you came with me on Monday. It's not that. It's more than you inviting me. You're more important to me than you realize, Sayori. I was looking for you for over an hour, you know. The other girls are probably worried too. She looks out the windows onto the inviting sunlight shimmering atop the gentle waves in the pool. It's much darker and colder outside. That sounds like how she described feeling inside in contrast to her bright smile is on the outside. Still looking away, she speaks up, but her voice is barely audible. I wish I was as good as Monica. At the mention of her name, I don't feel the same excitement as before. In fact, I'm starting to feel that towards my friend. My friend. I snap my fingers. Your wish has been granted. But nothing changed. Correct. You are not just as good, Sayori. You're the best. She buries her face in her palms and starts sobbing. Ah, they gave her Yuri's mouth here, too. I'm dumbfounded. Despite all my efforts to cheer her up, I'm just making the situation worse. I can't. You're too good for me. I'm just a selfish little piece of... No! It's not selfish to want people to like you. I like you, Sayori. I really do. Every time we spend together, you make my day brighter. Until not long ago, I didn't even realize how much I've missed you from my life. I will say it again and as many times as I have to. I'll do everything I can to help you. I promise. I'm just a young boy, but I'll do my best to give you shelter from those rain clouds. There's a meager smile across her face, but she's looking away again. Tiny streams of tears are flowing down her cheeks, curving around her stiffly curved lips, stopping on her chin and landing on the floor like raindrops. Thank you, Caesar. I'm just... She stands up, turning away from me as if she's gathering her courage, but doesn't turn back to me. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I'll just hold you back, like my parents. She starts crying again. I just can't stand there and watch. I stand in front of her and grab her by the shoulders, trying to look her in the eyes as she's sobbing. You won't hold me back. We're in this together, you hear me? You'll get bored of me. I'm too much of a burden for a friend to take care of me. You wouldn't want to stay with me. I do. Remember what I said on Tuesday? You are still that precious to me. Her sobbing stops as I wipe the tears from her eyes. Wow. Very different art style. It's interesting. She gives me a look that makes me feel like I need to give her an answer. An answer that leaves no doubts. Ah, here it comes. I want to stay with you, Sayori. I've been looking for you for the last hour, but I may have been looking for you for a longer time than I dare to even admit to myself. I don't know if I'm making the wrong choice right now. This is my biggest leap of faith. Maybe I'm just being selfish. If so, I want us to be selfish together. I love you. Her eyes are glowing in a way that tells me she's not about to reject me. Her smile is genuine, and I can almost see her whole being becoming less tense. I take her into my embrace. She's holding me much tighter than yesterday. I can feel her tears on my shoulder, but she's not sobbing. She turns her head and whispers in my ear, I love you too. And is that the end of the route? Yes, it is. Route 2 done, guys. So now we've done the Monika route and we've done the Sayori route. Alright, so, oh, okay, yeah, we can see which pictures have been unlocked. Alright, so that's one thing that I discovered. As you see the pictures, they become colorful on the screen, and the ones you haven't seen, they become, yeah, like this one here, they remain black and white until you unlock them. So I'm guessing that's how you get the final route. That looks like a picture of Sayori. Did we miss something? I think we did a full Sayori route there, didn't we? Alright, so we unlocked, yeah, that, oh no, you know what it is? Inevitably we're gonna have Sayori be the one that we, you know, as the secondary. The one that we go on a date with, but we end up abandoning for somebody else. I think we also have to do that with Monika, too. So, yeah, we'll handle that a little later, I guess. Yeah, so there's a picture of Monika, so I'm guessing this is from the side date. But anyway, yeah, guys, we are 2 routes down, 2 routes to go. Special thanks to Dan Salvato, the DDLC modding community, and me. By the way, guys, I know everybody got really excited when you saw my name in the credits. I think whoever's name you put in for the credits, they're always going to show up, so I don't think that's anything special. I think that's just part of the game. Made with love by One Player Team. Well, once again, One Player Team, you have made a fantastic mod here. As I said, there is that one little thing with Natsuki and, you know, just why the hell didn't Monika do something? Which, I mean, there is an answer to that, but I don't know. I still feel like it's a little out of character for Monika to just be, maybe not out of character, but just considering her behavior throughout the rest of the mod, I still feel like Monika would have done a little more than what she did in regards to Natsuki. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the Sayori route. So I guess next, you know what, how about we do the Natsuki route next? Not for any particular reason, just, you know, we have to pick somebody, so Natsuki will be next. And if you're disappointed about that, because you really like Yuri, then, well, I don't know. Think about it as saving the best for last, I guess. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Caesar Madrazo, and I am out.